Exercises on compound interest. This is exercise 4.12. Let P be the principal. The principal can be a loan or it can be an initial investment. R is the rate of interest a year, I interest, N the frequency of compounding each year, T is years, and A is the accumulated value of your investment or the maturity value of a loan. Find the value of the indicated variables. So let us answer letter A. The principal is 100,000 pesos. The rate of interest is 9.5% and it is compounded monthly. T is equal to 5 years. Find the accumulated value and interest after 5 years. So this is our solution. First, we write our equation to compute for the accumulated value. So it is important that you do this because your teacher will award you some small points just by writing down the equation. And also list down the given. Okay? So P is 100,000, R is 0.095. So that is how you write the rate of interest in decimal form. N is 12. N is the frequency of compounding each year. The problem says the loan or the interest is compounded monthly. So we have 12 months in a year, which means N is equal to 12 and T is equal to 5. So the accumulated value is equal to this. 100,000 times this one. So this one is the result of 1 plus R over N. And we rounded it to the nearest 10,000th digit. Raised to 60. This is N times T. Okay, 12 times 5, which is equal to 60. And so it's going to be equal to this. The accumulated value after 5 years is 160,341.78 pesos. If you will write the numbers straight into the calculator without rounding off the intermediate values, this is what you will get. The accumulated value is equal to 160,500.95 pesos. Now, what is the interest? Again, you write this down, okay? I is equal to the accumulated value minus the principal. And it's equal to this, 60,341.78 pesos. Remember this. If this were an assignment or a quiz, it is important that you write the solution properly. You don't go straight into the answer. Your teacher wants to see this, the equation to compute for A. She or he also wants to see this. And so that is how you present a solution. Let us answer letter B. The accumulated value is 200,000 pesos. The rate of interest is 9.5%. Compounded quarterly. T is 4 years. Find the value of the initial investment and interest after 4 years. So we must solve for P from this equation. So this is just basic algebra. We will divide our equation by this. And this is the result. P is equal to A divided by the quantity 1 plus R over N raised to N times T. So you must pay attention to the order of operations, okay? So we will simplify this first. The operations inside a grouping symbol are the operations to be done first. So 1 plus 0.095 divided by 4. So 0.095, that is the decimal form of 9.5%. The rate of interest is compounded quarterly. You know what goes with quarters? It's 4. So you will divide it by 4. Suppose we are doing this by calculator. So after inputting this into your calculator, you will press the equal sign, it will produce an answer, and then you will raise it to 16. Okay? So 16 is n times t. That is 4 times 4, which is 16. And you will get the result of this using this function in your calculator, okay? X raised to y. Next, you will get the reciprocal of this value, okay? Whatever the value of that, you will get its reciprocal using this function in your calculator, 1 over x. And then, the answer to that, you will multiply it to 200,000 pesos. And this is the result. The principal is equal to 137,381.22 pesos. And the interest, again, don't forget to write this. Teachers want to see this. They want to see that you know the equation to solve for the interest. It is equal to A, the accumulated value, minus P, the principal. And so, it's going to be this. It's 200,000 pesos minus the principal, and this will give you this result. 62,618.78 pesos. Now, other books will not write the principal this way because for some reasons, there are math writers out there who are averse to writing equations that has a denominator. Okay, so some books will write this equation in this way. Okay, so P is equal to the accumulated value times this raised to negative n times t. And that is the same as this. Okay, using your properties or laws of exponent, they are just the same. These equations are the same. Let us answer letter C. The principal is 200,000 pesos. Rate of interest is 10%, compounded quarterly. The accumulated value is 250,000 pesos. Find T. T is the number of years. So in our book, I showed to you how to compute for T. And this is the equation to solve for T. It is equal to ln of A minus ln of B all over n times ln of y, where y is equal to this. Y is equal to 1 plus r over n. I derived this equation using laws of logarithms. You might want to review that derivation of this equation to solve for T. Let us first compute for y. Y is equal to 1 plus the rate of interest, 10%, which is 0.1 in decimal form, divided by 4. Because the interest rate is compounded quarterly, and so that means n is 4. And this is the result, 1.025. Next, we will compute for ln of y, and you can do that by just pressing this button in your calculator. Okay? And the result of that, you will multiply it to 4. So this expression will give you the result of n times ln of y. And then you will get the reciprocal using this button in your calculator. So this is the reciprocal, 1 over x. And then you will multiply it to our denominator. Okay? So the answer to this, there is the answer that you will see in your calculator times, be careful, use this button. So the quantity ln of 250,000 minus ln of 200,000. And so that's going to be equal to this. T is equal to 2.26 years. Now, you may want to shorten your solution, and you can do that by recalling that we have this law among your laws of logarithms. You can write this as ln of 25 divided by 20. And that is the same as ln of 1.25. So this whole thing here, okay, you can write this simply as ln of 1.25. So the answer to your step D times ln of 1.25 will give you t is equal to 2.26 years.